Hello everyone. In this video, we want to see important ITF board questions. So it's all comes with basics. Okay. So let us try to understand what is the domain and range of inverse function and how the graph looks. So the graph of cos. So I'm going to start with very basic. The cos graph would be something like this. Yes. Now the inverse of this is cos x graph. So the inverse of this, we have to restrict our domain from 0 to pi. So we have to make it as a bijective, which is 1 to 1 and on to. So then the inverse function will become like this, a Hindi letter fa, right? So here you get pi, this value is pi, so the y coordinate is pi for -1 as an input, and this is pi by 2 for the input 0, and this is the input 1 where the output is 0. So you get 1 comma 0. If you're going to throw 1 as an input, you're going to get output as 0. So now our answer lies in the first two quadrants. So the input is from -1 to +1. You can give any input for cos inverse, and your output lies in the first quadrant, which is 0 to pi. So you cannot write your answer as negative. So this is cos inverse of x graph. Now you see, we'll consider this one as y. So how you can write this one is half is equal to cos of y. Some angle is there. So what is this angle you have to find? So what is this angle? So basically you know that all the inputs, when you give 0 as an input, you get output as 1. I'm talking about general, right? And when you give pi by 2 as an input, you get output as 0. So like that, for what value of y, which is the theta, or you can call it as the radian value, some real number, where you get half as the output. So here cos of pi by 3 is equal to half, right? Yes. So our output, which is the answer, is pi by 3. But can you write the answer as minus pi by 3 over here? You cannot write. Why? Because it is half. So if you consider this one to be y, so cos inverse y is equal to minus half. Now you know cos is negative in which and all quadrant? It is negative in the second as well as third. But you have to write your answer in the either the first quadrant or the second quadrant, right? Now what you can do here is, you know already what is cos inverse of half, that is pi by 3. So you can do pi minus pi by 3. Pi minus pi by 3 is nothing but 2 pi by 3. So that is our answer. So cos inverse of minus half is nothing but 2 pi by 3. Is that clear? Yes. Now moving to the next one. So let's see the next one. We have cos inverse of cos minus 7 pi by 3. And you all know that cos of minus theta is nothing but cos theta. So no need to worry over there. So what you can write here is cos inverse of cos 7 pi by 3. Now let's find out what is the answer for this cos 7 pi by 3. So how you can write is 7 pi by 3 can be written as 2 pi plus pi by 3. Right. So what is your output here? Cos inverse of cos pi by 3. Right. Why? Because it has completed one complete rotation and now it is here. So now it is over here. So this is what pi by 3, and here it has completed till here it has completed 2 pi. So our answer is pi by 3 only. So cos inverse of cos pi by 3 will be pi by 3. That's it. Yes. And the next one, we have to find the domain. Find the domain of sine inverse 1 minus x. Okay, and we'll find for sine inverse x square minus 4 as well. So let's take these two questions. Okay, so first of all, sine inverse of anything, it could be anything. I can write anything over here. We are concentrating on this anything only. So anything should be from minus 1 to plus 1. Okay, so the first question looks very simple. So in this anything you have 1 minus x. So 1 minus x should be greater than minus 1 and should be less than 1. So what you can do here is you can subtract 1. So minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. So what you get? Minus 2 minus x and 0 over here. Now if you want to get the value for x, you have to multiply throughout by minus. So your inequality sign gets changed. Your inequality sign gets changed. So your answer will be from, so the x value, x belongs to 0 to 2. Yes, clear? Now let us talk for this sine inverse x square minus 4. So here sine inverse square minus 4. So x square minus 4 should be less than or equal to 1 but greater than or equal to minus 1. Now let's add plus 4 on everything. So you get x square is less than or equal to 3 and less than or equal to 5. So x square is greater than or equal to 3 and less than or equal to 5. Now x square is greater than or equal to 3 and x square is less than or equal to 5. So x square minus 3 is greater than or equal to 0 and x square minus 5 is less than or equal to 0. If you are going to solve this on the number line, see we have for x square minus 3 greater than or equal to 0, I can write x minus root 3 into x plus root 3 is greater than or equal to 0. So for this we are going to get, it's plus, minus and plus. So the region which we are going to get is these two, right? If you consider the other one, so which is x square minus 5, so x minus root 5 into x plus root 5, that is to be less than 0. For this, if you are going to plot the number lines, here it's minus root 3 and plus root 3, and we are going to get the plus part here and the minus part here and the plus part here. So this is the region which is going to be covered. Now the x should satisfy both the values. So let us take the intersection part alone. So the intersection part would be here, where they are getting intersected. We are going to mark it on the number line. So this will be minus root 5 and this will be minus root 3, and this part is root 3 and this part is root 5. So now they are getting intersected over here only. So our answer x belongs to minus root 5 to plus root 3, so minus root 3 union root 3 to root 5. Yes. And the next question we have is, using the principal value, find the value of cos inverse of half minus 2 sine inverse of minus half. So what is cos inverse half? We know that it's pi by 3 and 2 times of, see sine output lies in the first and the fourth quadrant. First quadrant will be positive and the fourth quadrant is negative. So sine inverse of half is pi by 6. So you can write it as minus pi by 6. So what you get is pi by 3 plus pi by 3 is equal to 2 pi by 3. So that is our answer, right? And moving to the next question, we have Find the value of tan inverse 2 times of cos 2 sine inverse half plus tan inverse 1. So you know this answer already, it is nothing but pi by 4. So why? Because tan pi by 4 is 1, so tan inverse 1 is equal to pi by 4. Now let us solve this part. Sine inverse half is pi by 6 into 2. So 2 cos, so everything, rest of things I am writing as it is. So now tan inverse into 2 cos pi by 3 plus pi by 4 we have here. And what is cos pi by 3? Cos pi by 3 is nothing but half plus pi by 4. So now you get pi by 4 plus pi by 4, that's nothing but pi by 2. Yes. Then this question is being asked in CUET exam also. So we have tan inverse of 2 sine cos 2 times of cos inverse root 3 by 2. Very simple question only. Let us solve this. So tan inverse of 2 times of sine 2, see cos inverse root 3 by 2 is nothing but, so this value is nothing but pi by 6. So tan inverse of 2 sine pi by 3, so that is nothing but tan inverse of 2 times of 1 by 2, that's nothing but pi by 4. Alright, so the next one is it's root 3 by 2, right? It's root 3 by 2, and therefore we have tan inverse of root 3, that's nothing but 60 degrees, which is pi by 3. And moving to the next question, we have show that tan of half sine inverse 3 by 4 is equal to 4 minus root 7 by 3. So they're basically asking what is tan theta. Tan theta is equal to 4 minus root 7 by 3. So let us consider tan theta is equal to, we have to show that tan theta is equal to 4 minus, so we consider as x. Okay, so half sine inverse 3 by 4 is equal to theta, right? So sine 3 by 4 is equal to 2 theta, sine inverse 3 by 4. So 3 by 4 is equal to sine 2 theta. Yes, we have got sine 2 theta is equal to 3 by 4. Now we have to find out tan theta only. So we can write sine 2 theta in terms of tan theta. So sine 2 theta is nothing but 2 tan theta divided by 1 plus tan square theta. Yes. So here 3 by 4 is equal to 2 times of x. We have considered tan theta as x. 1 plus x square. Now just cross multiply. You have 3 plus 3x square is equal to 8x. So 3x square minus 8x plus 3 equal to 0. Minus b plus or minus root b square becomes 64 minus 4 into 9 divided by 2 into 3. So 8 plus or minus, so we have 64 minus 36. 64 minus 36. So we have 8, 28. So 28 by 2 into 3. So here I can write 8 plus or minus. So 4 into 7, which is 2 root 7 divided by 2 into 3. So now I can write 4 plus or minus root 7 by 3. So the proof is 4 minus root 7 by 3. So here I can conclude x is equal to 4 minus root 7 by 3. That's nothing but tan theta. Hence we have proved that tan of half sine inverse 3 by 4 is equal to 4 minus root 7 by 3.